Hey everybody, I'm Josh.
And I'm Rachel.
And we just wrapped up a 2-night stay here at Wynn, and we're gonna let you know some of the pros and cons about this property and why it's one of our favorites.
Let's go.
So we just spent a Wednesday, Thursday night in a Panoramic King Room, and it was on a gambling comp offer.
It was, and we ended up higher up, I think we're on the 32nd floor, with a partial sphere view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to kind of like tilt your head a little bit, but the sphere is
you
there
can see it.
And it looks pretty dang good.
But mainly we have, in the daytime you can definitely see it, is the golf course view with the mountains, and I think it's one of my favorite views for rooms and hotels.
Yeah, I actually really like the golf course view as opposed to the strip view at Wynn, so.
Me too.
I think you should try and get that personally. Anyway, here in the room, the ceilings are gigantic. I don't know, it's probably 10 to 12 foot ceilings.
So tall.
And then you've got the windows. The windows are floor to ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. The upkeep, I think, is always one of the best things here at Wynn compared to a lot of other properties.
I agree, and I love the room. It just feels elegant.
It does.
Anytime you walk in.
It has a large screen TV, which you can see right behind me, which initially looks kind of weird, the angle, but you can actually pull it out so it goes to the bed.
Yep.
And the bed. The bed is actually one of our favorite things about it because it faces the window.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
comfortable.
Well, it's comfortable too. But I don't know what it is about waking up in a bed and looking straight out your feet where Vegas is there.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. That's one of my favorite views to wake up to.
Yeah. There's a nice table workstation that you can do whatever you need to. You can actually have good room service here too.
Yeah, we've done that before. It was wonderful.
Because it's like almost it's a good sized table.
Yeah, it's a dining room table.
It is.
Yeah.
I was trying not to say that, but I was like, it actually is.
Yeah.
Tons of storage.
There also is a sitting area with 2 chairs. So where some hotels fail to have enough seating, this has enough room for a nice sized dining table with 2 chairs to sit at and 2 sitting chairs with like a coffee table and footrest. So
yeah.
There is a lot of room in this room.
I think that's something that a lot of other hotels miss.
Yes.
Is like if you ever are going to have somebody else in your room, I'm sorry, I'm not the person that wants to have everybody sitting on my bed. There's something about not having to sit in your room and sit on your bed to watch TV.
Yeah.
Or do whatever work you're doing in your room. So I really like it.
And I love it for the simple fact of, as Josh said, we aren't those people that ever have individuals in our room, but it's you can have coffee in one spot if you want to have a quick pastry or breakfast, or if you do have to do any work, you have a spot to do that's separate. It just makes it feel unique.
And you have your lounging area, which the chairs do rotate, so you can look out the window or you can look into the room. It's just really set up well. And then the bathroom is
my favorite.
Yeah, it's so good. The shower is large. It has good water pressure. The tub is deep. Mm-hmm. It is long. It does not have jets, but it seems like places are going away from jets. I know people are saying it's gross.
I was to say, is it a sanitary issue?
I guess. I still like them. But this doesn't have them, but it's a nice tub. We have used it before.
Yeah. The
sink area, there's double vanity. There's kind of an odd little shelf in the middle.
But there's plenty of shelving. You have plenty of room to put your stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and of course a water closet, which is always a key as well.
Yeah, I love that little extra sense of privacy.
Yeah.
Even when you're with your own significant other. Just having that, to me, is I love that in hotels.
There is an Alexa in every room, which is really nice. Mm-hmm. We pretty much never watch TV or anything in our room, but when we're at Wynn, we always ask Alexa to play some music for us. The shades are the automatic shades, you know, when you walk in your room and they open up right away. And then there's plenty of outlets. And the other thing is the mirrors. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of times you don't have enough mirrors to like get ready. You're in Vegas, you want to get looking nice for the night. And there's 2 gigantic mirrors. Like, I don't know, it's as big as my picture window at home.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, so the room itself is great. It's awesome. The check-in process was easy. Mm-hmm. There was almost nobody here Wednesday night to wait in line for, so that was great.
And the customer service at check-in is always wonderful.
Agreed. Casino floor is actually one thing that we were saying last night is one of our favorite things.
It is.
It's a good sized casino floor. It is easy to navigate because at the front you've got the beautiful trees that everybody takes their pictures of. At the back you've got the hotel elevators, the coffee shop, the cashier. Down the middle, you've got it split where you have a decent amount of table games, but your slot play is you don't get lost. You know, I think that that's something that happens on some of the largest casino floors. This is large enough for you to be able to play a lot of different games, but also not too small to, you know, be bored.
Agreed. And I think they have a nice variety. They always have new games, and I can always find the old standbys that I like too. The only thing I will say on this that I noticed this trip in particular, there were a few sneaky machines that I almost went and played that were as high as the 10-cent to $2 denominations, not located near the high limit. I understand it over by the high limit kind of bleeds out and has that, but this was in an area that has never been high limit.
Sure.
And it was offering some. So just be careful and cautious when you're gambling for that purpose of it. But otherwise, I love their selection of games. I love, as Josh said, easy layout of the casino floor. And most particularly, I love the drink service. Your drinks come in glasses, even coffee in the morning. And I think that is something that makes this place stand out.
As far as dining goes, Wynn is one of the highest level dining at properties in Las Vegas, and what I think that it does better than some of the other luxury properties is that it does a good job of sneaking in some mid-tier restaurants without you realizing that they're mid-tier restaurants. And I'm not talking about quality, thinking about price. One of my biggest gripes about Bellagio is that it has all these top-end things and then almost nothing in the middle. It's like a coffee shop and then a $500 restaurant.
Yeah.
Those are your main choices. Whereas here, you've got a place like Red 8, which is a more budget-friendly Chinese food. You've got Charlie's, which is a good sports bar at sports bar prices. You've got Allegro, which is an Italian restaurant where you can get some pizza and pasta at a reasonable price.
Yeah. We have tried almost all of the dining options, I think, except 2 here at Wynn, and we have really, really enjoyed them. So I'm with Josh on this one. There's a variety. You can also get breakfast, brunch, lunch, and dinner. And snacks included, even late night.
It's true, yeah. The Cafe Teatro pulls in some overtime because it's your spot to go to get coffee. You can get sandwiches, you can get pastries, you can get your soda, and it's open all the time.
And it's hot food, right? You got a grilled cheese sandwich and pizza the other night.
Yeah, at like midnight.
Yeah.
But as far as the fine dining places go, SW Steakhouse, we think is one of the best steakhouses in Las Vegas. And it's not necessarily that it's always the food, but it's the experience.
It's the combination.
Yeah, the venue itself, Lake of Dreams, is something that people should absolutely try to check out.
Yep.
So it's a show. I remember the first time we saw it, we only saw like 1 or 2 shows, and I was like, that's like Showbiz Pizza or Chuck E. Cheese. But
it's really,
the more you see, you can definitely see that there's a lot better shows out there. Some of them are a little bit lackluster. Otherwise, it's just a music and some puppet popping up.
Yeah.
But we've enjoyed it a lot, and that is on the Lake of Dreams area, the SW Steakhouse. Another one we've tried out is Wing Lei, which has probably one of the highest end Chinese restaurants here in Las Vegas.
It was the first restaurant we went to that brought out a chair for my purse.
It was so cute.
It was so, I just love that place.
Right.
And it's again one of those ambiance service feels. You walk in and you know you're being treated well.
Yes. If you're looking for Italian, you do have to walk over to Encore, which is a sister property of Wynn, which is probably about a 7-minute walk through like the most gorgeous looking mall you've ever been in.
Yeah.
But you can get some good Italian food over there. Also, Cipriani is just down the hall in another beautiful mall area. Delilah is a spot we have not been to.
Yeah, Delilah and Maizumi, I think, are the only two.
I think those are the only ones left, yeah. So if you want to look for some restaurants at Wynn, make sure to check. We've got a whole bunch of videos on those.
We do. Oh, the other piece we missed, which is one of probably the only buffets I would say we'd go back to.
That's true.
Wynn does have a very nice buffet. It does take reservations, and you should probably plan ahead because it gets busy. But it is elegant, and it is a wide variety. You are going to pay for it, though.
Yeah, it is expensive, but we did the brunch one, and I want to say it was like around 100 to 120 for the 2 of us, which we spend that at a regular restaurant.
Yeah.
And this was unlimited, very high-end stuff. If you're enjoying this video and you want to see more Las Vegas hotel reviews as well as restaurant reviews, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. We have a ton of them.
All right, for our stay this time, we didn't get a chance to go to the pool. However, the Wynn pool is one of our favorites.
It is.
It offered such a nice serenity and quietness without the club feel, from what I recall from when we were there last time.
Yeah. We're here in December, so the weather is like 40s, 50s. So we are not checking out the pool this time.
No.
But yeah, I think that it's a very underrated pool. It's not going to be one that people bring up in with like MGM Grand, Mandalay Bay.
Right.
We used to be Mirage, because it's not that over the top feel. It's a very understated but elegant.
I think you just nailed it for the entire Wynn property. Understated but elegant.
Yeah, I would consider the pool to be similar to Bellagio, which is one of my favorites.
Yep.
Where it's got that very Italian Tuscan villa style, but it's not overly busy generally. It's a nice pool. I would recommend it. We didn't make it to the gym. It was too short of a stay.
But they do have a gym, a salon, a spa, so you have many amenities.
Yeah. As far as nightlife goes, there's a ton of bars.
There is. I was shocked. I actually made a list, and I mean they have especially cocktails down at Aft and Parasol, and
Aft is definitely one of our favorite bars in all of Las Vegas, because you can just sit on the Lake of Dreams, have a good margarita, and just, I don't know. I love outdoor seating in general, so when you can get it in that level of environment, you should definitely try it.
I think there's a nightclub here too.
Yeah, Excess.
Okay.
We are not nightclub goers, but if you would like to go to one, it is in between Wynn and Encore.
Okay.
And when you stay at Encore, you will definitely want to know which side you are on, because the nightclub can be very loud, and they let you know it though. Yeah. They do tell you at check-in.
And don't they, during the summer, have kind of a day club?
Beach club.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Encore Beach Club. So Encore is where the clubs are.
Okay.
There's just very nice specialty cocktails, which we gamble most of the time, and so when we're drinking, it's going to be that. But they also have some of the best drink service, so you're still getting that. And over at Encore, one place that we have enjoyed is there is a dueling piano bar.
Yeah.
So you're only a 7 to 10 minute walk to be able to get to that, all indoors.
We just didn't have enough time here, did we?
No, we did not.
Overall vibe, we love Wynn. I think it would be considered an older crowd, because last night we got back and it was midnight-ish and we were gambling and it was very quiet. Granted, again, it's during the week.
Yeah, that was Thursday night.
Yeah, maybe that's a difference, because we have seen this place on the weekends just crazy. But we really enjoy the peaceful calmness of Wynn, I would call it.
All right, I'm gonna make a weird comparison. For me, Wynn is like, I want to think of a soundtrack for it. And the soundtrack is just Phil Collins' greatest hits.
Yes, but that's not bad.
No, I love Phil Collins. I've actually seen Phil Collins twice in concert. Yeah. And so that sounds weird, but if you think about Phil Collins, it's a adult contemporary.
Yes.
It's nothing over the top. There's nothing screamy. There's nothing that's like, oh my God, I love this. You know? Yeah. But you're just like, yeah, this is good. And it's older.
Yes. I do want to make a note as well. When we talked about the casino, we don't play many table games and we didn't catch them, but I will tell you those are some high limits. I saw $100 tables and upwards. I don't know where the minimum starts. I would hope it's not $100, but even during the week, those table minimums seem pretty high.
If you're in our budget range, you're probably not doing tables here.
No. We're not doing tables here.
No. Shows available. There is Awakening here. We liked Awakening.
We really did.
A lot of people gave it a bad time because they said it didn't have this storyline that like was so cohesive and put it together. None of the shows in Vegas have a storyline that is so cohesive that I'm like going home writing in my journal about it. Like, I loved it because there's beautiful choreography, there's beautiful set design. It's the most insane technical set. And the costumes were awesome.
Agreed.
You know, now when people are doing random stuff, like, that's Cirque du Soleil. They don't have a storyline either. So I think it's good. I think you should check it out.
There is also, as Josh mentioned earlier, the Lake of Dreams, which is a free show, and you can view it at many different locations. They actually have like a viewing area.
Yeah, right off of the lobby.
Off the lobby. Mm-hmm.
And it's every 30 minutes once it gets dark.
Yeah. I think the big standout for Wynn that kind of separates it, as we mentioned earlier, is the vibe, but also, and I know I talked about it with our view, the golf course. Someday we're going to play on that golf course. I have got to get a way better golf game before then, but someday I'm going to play on that golf course.
Yeah, I love it that we look out our window and we can see this waterfall.
Yes.
On a golf course. But yeah, I want to say I've heard it's like $800 around.
We're gonna have to win a big jackpot to do that. But
yeah, we did not win a big enough jackpot to do that this trip.
No.
Maybe someday.
Yeah.
As far as location goes, I think the location is good. It's probably about prime between Venetian and Wynn for North Strip. You do have Resorts World, Fontainebleau, Sahara, Strat, all further north. Those all have like a little bit of sketchy areas. They have some vacant lots. Whereas Wynn, it's all connected. It's all together. We did end up having to use the monorail once from MGM Grand, and the downside of that is the closest monorail stop is Harrah's.
Or the convention center, and then that goes back to what you were just saying about the sketchiness from convention center back.
Yeah, we didn't really want to walk from convention center to our hotel at like midnight. It didn't seem like the area we would want to walk in.
Yeah.
Now, we had to walk by Casino Royale, which can have its own problems, but generally on the Strip, we feel pretty comfortable.
We made it.
As far as like getting necessities like water, any food if you want it. There is a CVS across the street over at TI. There are Walgreens like at the base of Palazzo and Venetian, so you can be able to pick up your stuff that way. Nothing on property. And then also, I think a bonus item is the mall.
Right across the street.
Yeah, we've actually gone to the mall and done shopping several times when we stay at Wynn. I think I bought a brand new suit one time when we were staying here.
I think you did too.
Just cuz.
Yep.
So it was actually really nice because the shopping and the stores inside of Wynn are ridiculous. I don't know anyone that's going to those places.
They're so high end. They're so pretty to look at, but I know our budget's never gonna.
Those are like the 1% of the 1% kind of people. And we're not them, so we go across the street.
Yeah. But for location, I actually think you can stay here in the nearby surrounding areas, such as the mall over to what you said, over to TI and then Venetian Palazzo, easily. You don't have to go further anywhere. We did by poor planning on our part, but it happens. And I think that's one of the keys too down here is you have your own kind of world down here at the Wynn Resort.
Yeah, I don't think that you need to leave the North Strip area. And if we got free rooms at Wynn all the time, we would stay here all the time.
We would.
I think that's the biggest key to it all. Wynn is our favorite. It's still our favorite. We are going to Cosmo next, so be on the lookout for that video if you want to see what we think about that. We used to say Cosmo was a top 3 hotel for us, but they've been taken over by MGM and we've heard bad things, so be on the lookout for that video.
Yeah, but otherwise, thank you for watching and checking out our review of the Wynn.
If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.
You can also follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. All our links are down below.
Later.